So why do you need a Swiss Army knife? Well, I'm glad you asked, or maybe you just found this video. Either way, I'm going to tell you why you and everybody else should have one. And that's because a couple different things. So I'm going to use my Victorinox Swiss Army knife right here. And I recommend the brand Victorinox. There's a bunch of knockoffs out there. You want to stay away from them. Only other one is if you find a older Swiss Army knife that's called Wenger. That's W-E-N-G-E-R. They were eventually taken over by Victorinox, but their quality as well. Anyway, getting away from the history. This is my Victorinox Explorer. And I hope you can, well, the camera can focus on this a little bit. Anyway, why I think everybody should have one is because for such a small, lightweight, very compact, this thing packs a big punch as far as tools go. There's a lot of really great stuff in here. And I'm telling you, when I say it's lightweight, it's totally lightweight. Just throw it in your pocket, throw it in your bag, your purse, and you can even put it in a pouch on your side if you want to, but fits in the pocket just fine. Anyway, the reason why I bought the Explorer, a couple different things, but the main reason is Phillips head screwdriver, and this one is inline. So that was big for me because it's like, if you want to go screw something in, it's just like you're holding a regular screwdriver. They do make one, and you can use the Super Tinker, for example. I bought that for my wife, but where the corkscrew is, you'll find a Phillips head right here. So beyond the Phillips head, which like I said, main reason why I bought this, having that in there, you also have two more screwdrivers. Now the first is on your can opener. So on your can opener, on the top here, there's a very small little flathead. And this can opener is really cool too. And then you have your, what they call cap lifter or bottle opener, and there's another flathead right on top of here as well. And also you have a little wire cutter in here. And then the other reason why I bought this was the magnifying glass. I'll show you a little test of this. This thing is awesome. I love it. Not that, you have to have failing eyes. It's really good for fine print as well. So if you have to read something really small, it's perfect. You can even, if you're tenacious enough, start a fire under the direct sun with this thing. So really neat. Big thing is what pretty much most of them have will be your large knife. So you got your large knife, and then a little redundant, but it's always good to have a backup. They say 2 is 1, 1 is none. That's your small knife. Now this one, people have various uses for it. Some people don't even use it at all. I actually use this. My daughter's pencil needed sharpening. We couldn't find the pencil sharpener, so just whittled it down, ready to go. Good for whittling too. Yeah. And then you have one of my favorite all-time things on here, and that's the scissors. And these are big and they're sharp and they work wonderfully. All right, so moving to the bottom right here. So everything was on the top here. Moving to the bottom. So the corkscrew. Now on mine, I have this very tiny eyeglass screwdriver. It's a little small one, so if your glasses, the screw comes out, put it back in very easily, and it fits right in there. Screwdriver is really great, and this is part of the reason why I think everybody should have one on them at all times. Like I said, either in your pocket, your bag, your purse, belt, wherever. You can be the hero, and hear me out on this. So say you're at somebody's house, you're at a party, or even you're at your house. They break out the wine. Somebody brings wine. You go for the wine key, or they go for the wine key, can't find it. Or one of those fancy, stick-in wine openers that, open like that and the arms break off. You got this. You pull this out when there's no other option, you're the hero. So you flip that out, put it in. I would recommend practicing with this first. It takes a little bit of getting used to it, but if you can do this, you are awesome. And then this Actually, this does not come with it unless you buy the Plus model. The Plus model of the Explorer or any Victorinox Swiss Army knife will come with this. It comes with a pin inside here, and I don't know if you can see it as well. I actually got the pin and this together from eBay because this wasn't the Plus. And the Plus will also give you a pen in here as well. So it's like the ultimate tool. And I'm actually thinking about changing out the scales on here, which the scales are these red pieces right here to accommodate the pen, make it a Plus. So moving on, and this one is not a big favorite, but it's very useful as well. And this is the parcel hook. So parcel hook, mainly you just carry parcels. I've heard people had some luck carrying Apple bags with the strings on them, you know, so pretty nice. Or if you have a couple different bags. Or, big one, if you have a trampoline and you're assembling it and you got to pull the springs and you lost your spring puller, this thing is great. So always have that on you. And the last one is a reamer / awl, basically a hole puncher. So let's just say you're losing weight, your belt is getting loose, you punch some more holes with this. But you could also sew. There's a little hole in there right there too, so you can sew through leather, which is pretty neat. One thing I forgot to mention about the corkscrew is it also works well for pulling knots and ropes, which, you know, if you're outdoors or wherever, it's really neat too. Last two, toothpick. And this is one of my favorites in here. And the reason is I eat a lot of meat, so I get meat stuck in my teeth, and this is great. So very valuable for me. And the last one is the tweezers. And tweezers, always good to have tweezers. And they fit right there. So this thing packs a big punch. And like I said, keep this with you at all times. And I mean, you can pretty much rise to any occasion when it comes up. Especially if you're a parent and you have small kids and they have the battery compartments with the screwdriver, you're going to get into there. So very useful. Also for cutting the supposed frustration-free packaging. You got the scissors, so you cut right there, right through there easily. Also, so I love that so much. I got a Huntsman, and the Huntsman, the big feature on here is the saw. So this is really good for outdoors if you're going camping. I thought that was really neat. Other than that, it has pretty much everything else that has. Just no Phillips head screwdriver or the magnifying glass, but it does have the saw, which is pretty cool. And it's just a tad bit thinner. I don't know if you can see the difference there, but tad bit thinner. Now, if either one of those are too big for you, they come in all different types of sizes. There is also all different tools in there, so you can really kind of go through there and see what tools fit you, which ones you think you'll use, which ones you won't, and find the one that works for you. So you can go on Victorinox's website and they kind of break each one down. If you want something tiny, so on my keys, I have this one, and this is the SD Classic. And this is great. So I had this before I even had any of those. You got your knife, and you have a nail file, and this also has a small Phillips on the end there. So very useful there. And one of the big reasons I got it, of course, scissors, little tiny scissors, and these are great. These are actually really good for trimming any errant hairs on your nose or in your nose or face, eyebrows, whatever, cutting threads, stuff like that. Very neat. But you also have your tweezers in here as well. And again, one of my personal favorites, the toothpick. So perfect when you go out to eat and you got food stuck in your teeth. And again, very lightweight, just sits right on my keys here. So that's why I think everybody should have one on. It's one of those things that you never know when you're going to need it. When the occasion rises, you can step up. Especially around the house, there's always something that needs to be screwed in or cut or something like that. Also, another reason is in some states there's weird knife laws, or cities rather, so you can get away with this. Countries as well. I know Europe has some laws regarding knives, pocket knives and stuff, so this is going to be really good for you. And then, like I said, for my wife, I got her one because she would always ask for my knife, so I was like, hey, but I'm going to give her one with the Phillips too, so I got her the Super Tinker. The Super Tinker's great, and my reasoning for that one was had to have a Phillips and it had to have the scissors. So for me, I like the magnifying glass. She doesn't really need it that much, so Super Tinker works out well for her. So I hope you found this useful, and go on the Victorinox website, check it out. You'll see which one works for you. They sell them pretty much everywhere. You can get them at Walmart, Dick's. I saw them at Ace. If you were around Meijer, I even saw them at Meijer. Amazon. I'll try to leave some links in the description below, and that way you can follow them easily. Get one sent to your door. So I'll list all three of these, and let me know which one you decide to get. So if you find one that works for you and you decide to get it and you have some fun with it, just leave something in the comments, and hope you have fun with it. Thanks for watching.